Hey guys, welcome to today's video. We're going to be going over Jaelan Phillips in a Jaelan Phillips film session and determining what he brings to the Dolphins defense. Before we get started, please drop a quick like and a sub on today's video. That would really help my channel grow. I would really appreciate that. And with that said, I hope you enjoy the video and let's dive right into it. So in today's video, we're going to be doing this Jaelan Phillips film session. Like in all these Jaelan Phillips and all these film sessions that I do on players, we're going to start with the stats. And, last season for the University of Miami, Jaelan Phillips was absolutely dominant. He was dominant. 15 and a half tackles for loss, 8 sacks, 1 interception. This guy was an athletic beast as he played in 10 games. Picked 18th overall by the Miami Dolphins, obviously. 6'5", 260 pounds, is an absolute fiend defensively. And he also ran a massively fast 40 time. I don't remember the exact number, but he was quick, really quick. If you watched him at the University of Miami, number 15 for the University of Miami, and he obviously stays in Miami for his first few seasons of his NFL career. And hopefully he'll be very successful as a member of the Miami Dolphins. But now, though, let's dive into the film session and really determine what makes him dominant and why his athletic skill sets will allow him to be very good at the next level. So let's dive in right here. So the first thing I want to talk about is his pursuit. And when we see him, you're going to see him here lined up here. He's just going to be rushing the quarterback. And this is going to be a simple run play. It's going to be right to the running back. The running back's trying to run to the right side of that offensive line. And it's persistence, it's play recognition when it comes to Jaelan Phillips. And you can see him recognize the play. He sees where the football is, sees where the block is, and is able to really just use his body, use his length to get in the heart of that play. And I know he isn't really necessarily the one who makes the tackle here. He's kind of in the scrum for the tackle, as you can see him just on the right side over there. But you see, as the running back comes, he's able to detach himself from that blocker, really use his length and use his versatility to get over to that tackler and then just wrap up, be part of the pile. And he gets happy and he gets excited, and he's such an energy player for that University of Miami defense that I think that he's really going to help bring that energy for a Dolphins defense that likes to have fun. They like the big hits, they like the turnovers, they like to be aggressive and feisty. That's what Jaelan Phillips does because of that athleticism, that unique ability to detach, to use his length and really his size to be really physical and be really dominant. So this is a really good example of what it means to play like Jaelan Phillips and what it means to play some Dolphins football too. Really like this play here by Jaelan Phillips. Next up, I have a series of about 3-ish plays where I think that really shows Jaelan Phillips' athletic ability. And once again, it's all about the athletic ability. And when he's going to play with this Miami Dolphins defense, he's going to be paired across from not Greg Russo. Why am I saying Greg Russo? From Emmanuel Ogbah, who is a big, long, lanky, really physical defensive end / outside linebacker. And Jaelan Phillips is going to be a guy who can really use his athletic ability to get to the quarterback. And this is an example of him here at the bottom left of your screen, just showing off the pursuit. And that's something that you really see here. You can just see him go north to south, recognize the play. This is going to be basically everyone's going to block over here. The play is behind and the run is to the outside as these guys are trying to set the edge. But Jaelan Phillips simply has great play recognition. He's already beaten the runner to the spot where the football is being received. And then you can just see him simply make the tackle, wrap up, use his size and traits to just get there and make the play. That's what Jaelan Phillips is about. Love this play here by Jaelan Phillips. The next play I want to show you by Jaelan Phillips is just pursuit, and just look at the intensity that he has. Right here is going to be on the outside, and he's going to be trying to rush the quarterback. But as this play, if we just look here, it's 3rd and 29. It doesn't really matter what's going to happen here. It's probably going to end up, chances 99 times out of 100, it's going to end up in 4th down here. But nonetheless, it's going to be a run play up the middle, and you can see how there's barely any guys here at the line of scrimmage. Obviously, there's going to be no guys, in the box pretty much because it's 3rd and 29. It's going to be a passing play, except it's not. It's a running play up the middle. But just look at at what Jaelan Phillips does here. He gets all the way to the backfield, ends up getting a block here. The runner goes past him, but look at the intensity and the chase and the speed and the burst to track the runner down and make the tackle. That shows persistence. That shows effort. That shows heart. Those shows characteristics that you can't teach. That's just drive. That's the willingness and the instinct to get after the football. And that's what made Jaelan Phillips a first-round pick, a first-round talent. You can't coach things like that. That just knack for the football and that instinct makes him a special athlete, and when you combine that nose for the football and that athletic ability, you get a really dangerous player that I think Jaelan Phillips really embodies and is really able to do. I mean, there's space here. He's able to get down there and really make a nice play here against Florida State. Next play I want to show you is going to be Jaelan Phillips' interception, and this is another just play where it's pursuit. It's all about the pursuit. It's going to be once again lined up on the outside. And it's just the athletic ability and the pursuit, the willingness and the instinct to go after the football. Once again, it's kind of a botched, weird play here where it goes in the backfield, ends up, being thrown up in the air, but it's just the drive. He doesn't have to, he doesn't have to go out and run after this at this point, right? As long as he's shutting down this area, he doesn't have to be charging after the quarterback, but nonetheless, he's charging after the quarterback, cutting off the angles, and he's able to have the athletic ability and the awareness to once again, makes the play here, bobbles it a little bit, but still makes the grab, gets a big interception. But it's just that chase, it's that persistence, it's that effort that he shows consistently on tape that I think could make him a really good athlete in the NFL. And that those athletic abilities and those traits and those things that you can't really measure, those things you can only pick up on tape, just that willingness to get to the football and have that eye for the football. Those are things you can't teach, and I think those are things that will really help the Dolphins defense in 2021. But at the same time, this guy was drafted as a pass rusher. He was drafted as a guy to get to the quarterback, and that's something that he did at the college level, right? Right here, he's rushing on the outside on the outside of that defensive line. And he's going to use an inside move to get to Trevor Lawrence here, and this is textbook right here. Use a little move. Just gets by the tackle, breaks through the offensive line, and just look at this wrap up. He uses his length effectively, but this is the way to sack a quarterback. You come across normally you come across the edge, but he beats his guy to the inside. He's able to beat a guy to the inside, which is interesting. That shows real speed and burst off the line of scrimmage. But more importantly, what it shows is that he's got the awareness to know where to attack his where to attack his matchups. But at the end of the day, Trevor Lawrence is slippery. He has the ability to step up in the pocket. He's got the ability to get out to the outside. But nonetheless, what Jaelan Phillips is able to do here is use his length, use his strength too, to pull Trevor Lawrence to the floor. And you see there's so much green space in front of Trevor Lawrence. All the space is open. Trevor Lawrence could easily just move up. But what Phillips is able to do is use his size and length to wrap him up, to bring him to the ground for a nice sack. Really nice play here by Jaelan Phillips. This is pure technique and really shows his true ability on the football field. Not those intangibles like pursuit and effort, but here this is just his pure skill. And this is another Jaelan Phillips play where we see success with him rushing from the inside. Rushing from the outside to the inside. We're going to see him on the outside here, and we're going to see him move to the inside and then be able to sack the quarterback. You're going to see him here line up at the top here, as I showed you here. He's going to break to the inside, use that inside angle of attack here, and really get to the quarterback. He uses his teammates effectively too, as almost as a semi-screen in a way. And he's able to go around that sort of screen and get after the football. You see him, once again, use his length, use that ability, that athleticism to wrap up the quarterback, really get to the quarterback, finish the tackle strong, and make sure that he's able to, secure the tackle. Use his length, use his athleticism, and that ability to rush to the inside too, not just the outside, which I guess I really haven't shown you yet. Those are things that make me really excited about Jaelan Phillips for the Miami Dolphins. I think he's going to be able to really be an influential pass rusher because he uses his teammates effectively. He's a high motor guy, and he's got that knack for finding the football. And lastly, I want to wrap it up by kind of just talking about what I would talk about in the beginning: his pursuit, his intangibles, his effort. Those are really the things that set him apart. Top of the screen here, circled. He's going to basically rush the quarterback this way, but it's going to be actually a run play. It's going to be similar to that first play I showed you, or maybe the second play I showed you, where it's a sweep play that Phillips has really bitten on. He's really bitten down on there, but nonetheless, he's got the athleticism, the speed, and the length, more importantly, to get back outside and get to that get to that football. He's got a knack for finding the football. He's got an instinct for the football, and he makes big plays. Just look at this situation. 4th and 2, you got to make a stop here against Duke. And you're able to do that by getting a big tackle here by Jaelan Phillips. Absolutely love this play. It's just a massive play. On the outside, once again, he's biting. He's putting all that effort. He's going 100% all the time, trying to get to that football, and yet he's still able to make that play as the play goes the other way. Really just overall using his length and athletic abilities to make big plays. That's Jaelan Phillips' game. That's what he's going to bring to the Miami Dolphins. So with that said, I mean, to be honest, I didn't love the Jaelan Phillips pick as a Dolphins fan originally when the Dolphins decided to go out and draft him. But nonetheless, I'm pretty happy with the Dolphins selection. You know, you saw it in today's video. You saw the effort this guy puts on defense. You saw what he's able to do getting after the quarterback. He's a high motor, high energy guy, and that's exactly what Brian Flores needs. He's gonna take that Shaq Lawson role from last year, because obviously Shaq Lawson is no longer a Miami Dolphin. He's off in Houston. Was traded for Bernard McKinney. But overall, this is a guy who's going to be paired alongside Emmanuel Ogbah, who had, 8.5, maybe 9 sacks last year for this Dolphins team. But Phillips is going to use his athleticism. He's going to use his length. He's going to use his size and high motor, high energy, high intensity mentality to get after the quarterback, make big plays, and just be an overall athlete on the defense side of the football. He's going to be an impact body for this Dolphins defense. And I think that he could really add an extra pass rusher for this Dolphins team that needs a guy who can pair alongside Emmanuel Ogbah and has the ability to get 8, 9, 10 sacks. That is exactly what Jaelan Phillips has, and that's what he's capable of because of his athletic traits, because of the ability for him to care after the football, for him to really show that effort and that drive and that determination and persistence to find the football. So I think that he's going to have a lot of success in the NFL. And with that said, that's pretty much going to end the video for today. Did you agree with my analysis? Why or why not? Leave your comments and thoughts in the comment section down below. I'd love to hear what you guys have to say. Also, if you're new around here, please drop a like and a sub on today's video. I'd really appreciate that. And with that said, I hope you enjoyed the video, and until next time, see ya.